pressure, and that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Nippert Stadium, one of the grand old cathedrals in the sport and home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Cincinnati Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Bearcats ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the... Four. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Got the quick pass, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Guys, let's take a second here and talk about Tulane. What does the top 5 ranking mean for week 1? Optimism, hope, maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off?
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing, because preseason rankings don't show up anywhere at the end of the season, but it means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to go earn it, Jesse, and it starts today, but the talent obviously is all over the field.
The number in the preseason rankings means absolutely nothing. You saw Florida State recently start in the top 10. They won 2 games by the end of the year. So
Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
this defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive this guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, well, I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Thompson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Tulane right back to the line. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Dropping back, it's Lagway. Caught near the sticks, it's Moore. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, not down in distance. The quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. He'll pull it on the read. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Tulane didn't start this drive with very good field position, but now they've got a chance to operate. With the run on first and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tulane.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off of the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Bearcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Dropping back, it's Lowry. Looking to buy time. Got a man, it's Moulton. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. And the Bearcats want to crank the tempo. From the gun on third down. He slings it deep to the left. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
And, man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call, and that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open receiver.
Finds his tight end. Running through contact. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Moulton. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive to get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And he puts through the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Pulls a fire complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Catch in the middle. It's Thompson. At the 40, there he goes. Lots of running room. The 20. He's at the 10. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these 2 quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. A first down run in the red zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Tulane right back to the line. They'll run it to the left looking for the end zone. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he tacked on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this.
Gashing the knee on the right. He's at the touchdown, Bearcats. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends, like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. It makes them silly on his way
Yeah, buddy didn't even react to it or nothing.
Check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Oh damn! On the replay, they looked like he was nowhere near. I thought he was way closer than that.
In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been that Badgers crowd who heads for the gates with the win. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Quarterback on the keeper. Runs through a tackle. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on third down. Got it, looking for a first. Turning it on. He picks it up, still on his feet. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Caught close to the marker, it's Hayes. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Tulane right back to the line.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
At midfield, he's got room. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. What a nice job getting rid of the football, not only avoiding the sack, but getting the nice gain.
And taking a shot, getting hit as he throws it, showing some toughness, but going through his progression, he couldn't find anybody open, finally went to his running back, got him.
There's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Running into the open space. Touchdown, Bearcats. The defense putting points on the board.
Just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. coming out to go on the attack. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to fire on second down. With the catch, it's Moore. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Slings it downfield. Grabbed in the middle, it's Thompson. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. All by himself down the middle. Past the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Green Wave.
He does a really nice job getting the snap, getting the ball to his wide receiver in stride so he continued to run full speed and make all those yards after the catch and get all the way to the end zone.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the air, it's Lowry. Complete to the left. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Who needs a 2-minute offense? When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. To the air on 1st down. Quarterback adapting. Fires on the move. He's got an open man. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Snagged out of the air.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
To the air, it's Lagway. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, the offense trying to attack the perimeter of the field in the passing game. And how about the sweet feet by the receiver on that play?
Who doesn't like a little dash of the arts with their football? A little ballet moment there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. Handoff from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. He's going to take off. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
Yeah, I think that's nice discipline by this defense. Doing a good job playing inside out, using the sidelines to their advantage, kind of stringing it out, not giving up yards. This is a really good job by the defense, playing fast and playing smart.
The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Looking to throw on first down. Hit as he throws. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. About to start here in the second half. Tulane will kick it away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Dropping back, it's Lowry. Grabbed over the middle, it's Moulton. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it
right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Bearcats. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets a block. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Back to pass. It's Lowry. Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Still on his feet at the 40. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Working the big fella downfield and outside.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Looking to fire. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Wants to throw it. Quickly to the tight end. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
That's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the air, it's Lowry. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
He might want another play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. So now on comes the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had 0 problem putting up points, not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs proof the sport is as...
Breaks into the open. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. The 40. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Green Wave. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. Fighting off the defender. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To throw, it's Lowry. Unleashes one. Wide open downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And this tight end is having a day. With that last catch, he's now got over 150 receiving yards.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, Cincinnati.
The Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
To the air on first down. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
Give to the running back. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this third quarter in style. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Looking to throw, it's Lowry. Fires to the tight end.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got fourth, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal, or do you go for it?
Pocket breaking down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy as that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Tulane right back to the line. Here's the handoff. Runs through the tackle. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down. Oh, he's got some space. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Using his feet. Got the first down and more. He smashes his way through again. Touchdown, Tulane. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And that's a really nice physical run. This is a team that prides themselves on the ability to establish the line of scrimmage. And here we are in the 4th quarter, late in the game. Everyone's tired. And a no-nonsense run. Great push by the offensive line, taking the lead with that touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if it pulls it in down the sideline. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. The offense changing the play. Scanning the field, it's Lowry. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Touchdown, Bearcats! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Well, I love the play call late in the 4th quarter now. You're just trying to get athletes in space. They throw it to him just short of the end zone, and he does the rest. And because of it, his team now has the lead.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. On target to the left. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Tulane right back to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now on first down from the 30. Looking to throw its lag way. The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on second down. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Quick completion on the out route. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. There he goes. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Calls his own number. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Green Wave. They move on top here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Illinois took care of business today. They left little doubt about how this one was going to go almost from the start. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going with the ground game left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points. And this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Lowry. It's complete on the right side.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Late in the game, a lot about execution, right? The quarterback has to understand situational awareness, has to understand it. First of all, he does a great job of scrambling, but then the understanding part we're talking about clicks in. Does a great job getting the first down and getting out of bounds.
Looking to throw on first down. Steps away to find some room. Here's a throw downfield late. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Making side adjustments here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Buys a little time with his feet. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. From the red zone, looking for a space. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to throw. It's Lowry. Moving away from pressure. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone as he's run out of bounds at the 7. The Bearcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Timeout, Tulane.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to power their way ahead. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Timeout is called with just a single second left. They'll send out the kicker here. And this to cut the lead to 1. Nerves of steel. Right down the boulevard on the game-winning chip shot. What a show.
My dumb ass thought you had 48, bro. What the fuck?
All the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one
I
expecting
thought you had 48.
We knew it was going to go down
What
late
the
to the fourth quarter. At
fuck?
the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, were
That's
really
the
able
dumbest
to bring on
shit.
those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.